Hello and welcome. Today I am going to make a very delicious and very famous Odia dish, and that is Manda Pitha. This recipe is made with some cooked up rice flour dough, which is then stuffed with either some savory stuffing or some sweet stuffing, and then it's steamed. So let's start. I'm going to begin by making the dough. I have heated here 3.5 cups of water, and this is for 3 cups of rice flour. To this water I am adding about a tablespoon of salt, and I'll bring this water to a boil. Once that water comes to a boil, I'm going to switch off the heat and then I'll add the rice flour to it. Water has come to a boil, and do ensure that you are adding little by little the rice flour. If you add it at once, it's going to form a lot of lumps and then it will be really difficult for you to mix it properly. So add little by little and simultaneously keep on mixing it. And once this rice flour is well mixed with the water, I'll cover it with a lid and let the steam get into this dry rice flour, and I'll let it get a little cold so that I can knead it to a nice and soft dough. So give it a good mix. Yeah, this is well mixed now. I'm going to cover the lid and let it rest till it becomes a little cold so that I can handle it while I'm kneading it to a nice and soft dough. The rice flour is quite cold now. I'm going to knead it to a very nice soft dough. You need to have a messy hand to do this, and always keep some warm water ready. Sometimes your dough would be a little dry. In that case, you can add some warm water to it. So give it a good knead. So I have given it a good knead. This is not the 3 cups of rice flour that I have made into dough. This is just about 1 cup of the dough. I'm going to make it in 3 batches. You can see here I still have some cracks, so this is not ready. I'm going to knead it more. Yeah, this one is ready now. I'll just show you. In order to check whether your dough is ready or not, you just take a small amount of the dough and roll it in the palm of your hand. And once you try to flatten it, if you don't get any cracks on the edges of the dough, that means the dough is ready. Yeah, you can't find any cracks, so this is ready. The dough is ready. The next thing is to make the stuffing. Today I'll be making both a savory stuffing as well as a sweet stuffing. For the savory stuffing, there are different kinds of stuffing that you can make. Today I'm going to make it with some boiled potatoes. I have heated here about a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Oil is hot. To this I'm adding some grated onion. This is about 1/2 cup of grated onion, and I'm going to fry it in oil till it becomes a little transparent. Onion has become a little translucent. To this I'll be adding about 2 teaspoons of finely chopped green chilies and give it a good mix. Now to this I'm adding 2 teaspoons of ginger and garlic paste, and I'm going to cook the ginger and garlic paste till the raw aroma is gone. Goes a little salt, about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Ginger and garlic is done. I'm getting the nice aroma of them. To this I'm adding about a 1/4 cup of finely chopped tomatoes. Mix it, and I'm going to cook it till it becomes a little soft. Along with the tomatoes, I'm adding about 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1/2 teaspoon of cumin seed powder, and about 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. You can add red chili powder to your taste. And I'm going to cook the dry spices along with the tomatoes on medium to low heat till the tomatoes are nice and tender, and by the time the dry spices will be also cooked. So give it a good mix. Masala is ready. To this I'll be adding 3 cups of boiled and mashed potatoes. Add the potatoes and I'm going to cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes on medium heat. I'm adding a little salt and keep on mixing it. Keep on stirring it, otherwise it will stick to the bottom of the pan. I'm adding about a teaspoon of garam masala powder to it and give it a good mix. So this potato mixture is ready. I'll take it off, and the next thing is to make the cauliflower filling for the pitha. So this is ready. I have heated here about 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Oil is hot. To this I'll be adding the cauliflower. I'm adding here about half a pound of cauliflower, which I have cut into medium sizes. And after adding cauliflower, I'll be adding some salt and turmeric powder to it, and then I'll just cook it on medium to low heat for about 10 minutes. I'm adding about 1 teaspoon of salt to it and about a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Give it a good mix. Now cover the lid and let it cook for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, it should be a little soft. Yes, it looks a little cooked. It's not quite soft, so I'll just give it a good mix, and then again I'm going to cover the lid and let it cook for another 10 minutes, and by the time it will be completely cooked through. Cover the lid and let it cook for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, as you can see, the cauliflower pieces have become nice and golden brown. So this is almost cooked. It's not very soft, but it's well fried and it looks nice golden and brown, so I'll take it out. Now for the masala for the cauliflower filling, I have heated here about a quarter cup of vegetable oil. Oil is hot. I'm adding some grated onion. This is a quarter cup of grated onion, and I'm going to fry it in oil till it becomes a little translucent. And then I'll be adding some finely chopped green chilies and ginger garlic paste to it. So give it a good mix. Onion has become translucent. Now goes 2 teaspoons of finely chopped green chilies, and now goes 2 teaspoons of ginger and garlic paste, and I'm going to cook till the raw aroma of ginger and garlic is gone. I'm adding a little salt, about half a teaspoon of salt. Ginger and garlic paste are done. To this I'm adding a quarter cup of finely chopped tomatoes, and along with the tomatoes I'll be adding the dry spices. Half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of cumin seed powder, and about a teaspoon of red chili powder. And I'm going to cook the tomatoes along with the dry spices on medium to low heat till it becomes a little soft, and by the time again the dry spices will be well cooked. Masala is ready, tomatoes have softened. Now goes the fried cauliflower. Give it a good mix, and now I'll cover the lid and let it cook on medium to low heat for about 10 more minutes. So cover the lid and let it cook. After 10 minutes, open the lid. This is the cauliflower I'm using is quite hard because it's not in season. I'm adding here about a teaspoon of garam masala powder. The cauliflower, as I said, is not in season, so these pieces are quite tough. So I'm mashing it finely with my potato masher so that the chunks become a little small and it becomes a little softer. If you want, you can boil the cauliflower and then use it or add it to the masala. If I'll try to stuff these stiff pieces of cauliflower in the pitha, then it's going to rip off the shell. So just to ensure that the stuffing is soft enough, I'm mashing it. Yeah, the stuffing is ready. The pieces or chunks are quite small and soft, so this is ready. The next thing is to make the sweet filling or the sweet stuffing. I'm going to make a Sijha Manda Pitha, which is very, very popular. And today I'll be making it with some chena, but traditionally it's made with some grated coconut and some sugar, but in my family we all love it with some chena. For the stuffing, I have these ingredients, in which I have some chena, then some grated fresh coconut, some sugar, and then I have here, this is about half a teaspoon of cardamom powder. If you want, you can only make it with the coconut, grated coconut, add the sugar, add the cardamom powder, and that's it. It's ready to make the stuffing. But I like it with chena, so I'm making it with chena. And there is another kind of stuffing that we make from the chena, that we make from buttermilk, and that is called dahi chena, and we add some jaggery to that, and that also works very fine. It has that nice pinkish brownish color to it, and that stuffing also goes fine. Now to make this chena stuffing, I'm adding the grated coconut, the sugar, and then the cardamom powder, and now give it a good mix. Always ensure that you make this stuffing immediately before you start making the pitha, because once you add sugar to your stuffing, the sugar will melt and it will make the stuffing very runny, and water will start to ooze out. So as soon as you add sugar, you mix it well, and then you start making the pitha. I'm going to use my hand to mix this well now. So after mixing it well, the stuffing is ready now. The next step is to make the pitha. I'm going to keep it aside. There are various kinds of stuffing that goes into this pitha. There is a kind of stuffing that's made with urad dal. You need to make almost the same way that we make the urad dal vada. You take some ground up urad dal, you add some chopped up coriander, some chopped up onion, and some green chilies and some salt, and then you make a batter, almost like, as I said, a urad dal batter, and then you stuff it. And there is another kind of sweet stuffing that goes in, which is made of soaked up moong dal. You soak up some moong dal and then you cook it, and then you add some grated coconut and some sugar to it, and that goes as a sweet stuffing. So there are many kinds of stuffing that goes into this dish or this pitha. Stuffings are ready. The next step is to stuff, and then we will steam it. Now to make the manda pitha, I am going to moisten my hand with a little water, because this dough sticks to your hand quite easily. So you need to ensure that your hands are well moistened with water. Take a handful of the mixture and roll it on the palm of your hand. It's almost making a stuffed paratha. So I'm going to give it a shape of a ball. Making manda pitha needs a little skill. I'm still not quite comfortable making it. Do ensure that you're greasing your hand with some water in between. As soon as you find the dough is sticking to your hand, just add a little water to your hand so that it becomes easier for you to handle the dough. Here. It's almost ready now. Once the bowl is ready, I'll be stuffing the sweet chena mixture in it. Take a handful of the mixture and stuff it. And now just try to gather the top ends of the shell. As I said, it's almost like making a stuffed paratha. Yeah. I'll be making the rest of the pithas, the sweeter ones first, and then I'll switch over to the savory one. So this one is quite done. It's well sealed, so it's not going to, I will not have any cracks. As I said, making manda pitha requires a lot of skill. I'm not quite good at it, but still, it's quite manageable. It looks good without any cracks. So this one is ready. The next step is to make the savory pithas. Now to make the savory one, moisten your hand with some water and give the dough the shape of a ball again. And now I'm going to stuff it with the potato mixture. So this is ready. Add in the potato mixture to it. And I have always seen my mother making the savory, especially the potato stuffed pithas. She'll give it a triangular look. I don't know. Maybe she has some weird reason. Maybe it was easier for us to differentiate between the sweeter one and the savory one. Because of that, she used to make it a triangular one. So I'm into the habit of making the savory one always a triangular shaped pitha. But if you want, you can make it, a round one as well. So just give it 3 corners and then seal the corners, and that's it. The pitha is ready. This particular pitha has all the haldi stains to it, so it doesn't look really clean. Yeah, so this is almost ready now, and I always leave a little gap in between. So just seal it properly. This is ready. This one is pretty clean without a lot of turmeric stains, so it's quite whitish in look. The next pitha I'll be making is of the cauliflower. And to make the cauliflower stuffing the same way, take the dough, give it the shape of a bowl, and then stuff it with the cauliflower mixture. And I'm going to give this pitha 4 corners. You can play with the dough, you can give it any shape. I just find it really quite playful to give it different shapes. And in this way also I can differentiate between the cauliflower stuffed ones and the potato stuffed pitha. So I'm giving it 4 corners. You can actually, as I said, play with the dough, give it any shape of your choice. I'm getting quite good at making manda pitha. Today I made so many pithas without any cracks. It takes a bit of practice, but actually I'm quite happy with today's work. The next thing is to start steaming it. So this is ready. I have my steamer ready. I'm going to grease it a little with some vegetable oil so that the pitha doesn't stick to it. And the next thing is to put it in the steamer. Yeah, it's well greased now. And do ensure when you are arranging the pithas, give a little space in between so that it doesn't stick to each other. And the next thing is to steam it for 15 minutes. Add in the pitha, put the lid on. After 15 minutes, the pithas are ready. It looks a little translucent. Once it's cooked, it will change the color. So these are ready. Always serve your manda pitha hot, because once it's cold, the outer shell or the covering is going to harden, as it's made of rice flour. So if you are storing it in the fridge, do ensure you are re-steaming it before you serve. There are many festivals in which this particular dish is served as an offering to the god. I remember in Lakshmi Puja, my mother would make manda pitha, and the stuffing used to be normally of chena, but she'll add some about a pinch of ground kapoor to it, and the aroma from that kapoor used to be really wonderful. So do try this very traditional and very famous Odia dish, and don't forget to let me know about it. We will meet next time, and don't forget to subscribe. Till then, bye bye.